Um, what have you been up to?
What have I been up to? Mainly work. It's mostly just been work, sleep, and video games eating into my sleep.
Mm-hmm.
So not enough sleep. I'm very tired all the time. I'm like the goat from Poorly Drawn Lines.
Yes.
I love that goat.
Just real quick, speaking of that, I saw another comic of theirs that I liked almost as much.
They're great. They're really, really great. Which one did you see?
It was a couple of fish who look at each other and go, "Hey, let's pretend to be humans." And one goes, "Okay." Next panel, one fish goes, "I have issues, but don't want to do anything to solve them." Then the other fish responds with, "Haha, same." And then they both say, "Haha, same" at each other.
Yep. Yep. It's kind of like that Dark Souls boss that you can't beat. I'm gonna go attack him the exact same way I did the last 10 times.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey, I died again. I'll kind of skim right through Elden Ring. Haven't been playing it very much. I'm kind of like at the oops, all bosses part of the game. The only thing to do is fight really huge, really tough bosses. And that's fine. I like doing that, and I can beat them. I'm not stuck at any of them. It's just, that's what, am I going to play the game? Well, I'm going to be doing a Souls boss. I kind of want to go back from Elden Ring to other Souls games and find out if a thing that works really well in Elden Ring works as well in previous games, which is be psychotically aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
I
Definitely
don't.
works in 3.
It works in 3. That's good, because I have been stupid aggressive. Like I never roll away. I always roll towards, and that is a good thing to do.
Yeah. It is definitely more the case in 3 than the others. I've actually, I'm pretty sure FromSoft has been vocal about their attempts to make gameplay in their games less passive. And that for the first real experiment
Bloodborne
was Bloodborne.
Bloodborne was absolutely just about that. But apart from that, so yeah, all bosses is basically that experience. But I played it really only once last week, and it's just like a night of bosses. Shiny Zubats points out that since I did bring up Elden Ring, you are allowed to bring up One Piece, if you need to. But no, the games that I've actually been playing a lot of are punishing, and that's funny to say when I'm breezing over a FromSoft game. The two things that I've been playing a lot of are two of my favorite games of all time on the hardest versions of them. So I've been playing Don't Starve Shipwrecked, which is pain incarnate. And I've been trying
about it a bit.
Yeah, and I've been trying to beat so the primary storyline of Crypt of the Necrodancer follows the daughter, mom, and grandmother family of Cadence, Melody, and Arya. Cadence is default game. Melody is the game with the golden loot, which is the MacGuffin of the game. And the way that she doesn't fight, she has to play the instrument around the monsters. So her whole behavior is dancing around the monsters rather than going into them like Cadence does. Mm-hmm. And it's a roguelike, so it's just tons of weapons and tons of tools at your disposal to get through it. You can get more hearts and get stronger and all that. So I finally got to Grandma, who's Arya. And, well, I've been at Arya for a while. I'd unlocked her a while back. I cannot make any progress with her because she is fucking stupid hard. Basically, you have to keep the beat or you die. You can't use any weapon except the starting dagger or you die. And you have 1 hit worth of health. Healing does nothing to you, and if anything touches you, you die. So it's do it perfect now. And it starts you on the last level and you have to go backwards. And so it's fucking... It's, it turns the game into super Grandma Super special. There is an item called the Pacemaker. And what the Pacemaker does is it gives you 3 minutes. A clock starts ticking down with 3 minutes, and during that time you don't have to follow the beat, and Grandma can get that one. So it's you can actually just like stop and think about it, or you can speed through it, and it like enemies move and you move, and so for a count of 3 minutes, you are freed from the beat. It's a rare item. Yeah, that game is kicking my ass. Aria turns it into Super Meat Boy. It turns it into, like, you're gonna do it 100 times.
Shiny Zubats appears to really like the thing I am drawing.
I really like this. I think I don't remember it was Zubats or Squirrel Horde that was saying that like they don't know what I actually look like because they always wash my hands. I probably would be disappointed if Shiny Zubats wasn't always wearing a shiny Zubat onesie all the time.
One thing I find hilarious is the prompt specifically mentioned the drawing I did of Saberfly and the dinosaur costume.
Yes.
So yeah.
Oh yeah, and then Don't Starve Shipwrecked is fucking.
We were sort of discussing the similarities between Don't Starve and a game I've been binging, which is RimWorld.
I simultaneously really want to play RimWorld and really don't want to start RimWorld.
Yeah.
I know I'll love that game. I know it.
Yeah.
I will love that.
It'll be
game.
drugs for you.
That is big drugs for Jer. In fact, it's one of the reasons why I like Don't Starve is because it's a lighter version of that. I have played games that hard, like hard drug level of like that punishing, procedurally generated survival. Fucking yeah. Not just I always bring up Banished, which I think is like a medium one. It's like a slow burn one, which is why it's actually very relaxing for me because it's all the dark oppression and
real quick, hey Cass, glad you could stop by.
Hey Cass, what's up? How's it going? Banished is all of the doom and gloom and oppression and stress of those games, but slower paced and more of a slow burn rather than shit's on fire all the time. And it's a very unique experience that I can always go back to. The problem with Don't Starve is I've played hundreds of hours of that game, and Don't Starve Vanilla and Don't Starve together, I can no sell. I can just survive. I know it. I know what's gonna happen when. I know what kills you. Like I can just deal with it, no problem. Like if I play Don't Starve together with anyone, I can pretty much carry a team. It's I have carried a team up to 4. And that's kind of not because it's like when I say carry a team, I'm saying like the other 3 people were at varying levels of skill. Kodogen's a joy to play with because Kodogen knows the game really well. And a couple of my other friends and a couple of folks I met on Twitch are, different. They know this, but not that, and so it takes a little bit of organizing and whatnot. Meanwhile, Kodogen, whenever I play with Kodogen, it's like, oh, we need to do this, we need to do this, we need to do this. And Kodogen just like, oh, hey, I did this. I was like, that's a thing we don't need to do. and Kodogen doesn't talk a lot during the game, but then we'll chime in and say, oh, hey, I did this really helpful and useful and wonderful thing. Thank you. Squirrelhead, that might actually be a fun way to like actually hang out. I can throw a game of Don't Starve together on for folks. Kyle, I definitely want you to play Don't Starve Vanilla sometime.
Yeah. We'll make it happen.
But I'm getting off track here. Is that the only real thing that makes me feel like I'm playing Don't Starve anymore is playing the most fuck off, get wrecked, go die version of it, which is Shipwrecked.
Mm-hmm.
Shipwrecked is the version of Don't Starve that will never stop being Don't Starve. It's like you can't. Like I even when I know everything, that game, it is still so punishing. The one of the big reasons is like there are exploration is a critical part of the game. You got to explore the map and find all the things. The map for Shipwrecked is gigantic, and there are things that will punish you if you don't find them in time. And it is like sometimes, and it's almost luck, but I mean, like it's there's tools and the ability to find all the things, and I'm getting better at using those tools. But it's still so hard. There's a volcano, and there's a volcano season. You really need to find the volcano before the volcano season, because if you find the volcano, you can appease the volcano during volcano season, and you get coffee, which makes you run faster. It's great.
I may feel terrible, but with coffee I feel terrible and fast.
Okay, you know how literal that is? Drinking coffee makes you run real fast and damages your sanity just a little bit. Makes you feel bad, but makes you fast. And it makes your boat fast. I don't know how that works, but fuck it. But if you don't find the volcano's just gonna rain rocks on you, and some of those rocks might like spawn a salamander that punches you and sets your shit on fire. He's an asshole.
Rude.
Very rude. Thus far, I have not survived a full year in Shipwrecked without cheating at least a little bit. And cheating in terms of revealing the map to find a thing, or like, okay, I died and respawned, but there's literally no hope for me, so I'm going to like console log give myself a boat and a piece of food. And so it's like I like on the game that I'm playing right now, I definitely did cheat a little bit, but I also like died and respawned at the legal respawn point in a way that like there is no going forward. There is no way to go forward without me. Like the resources to do anything are not existent on this island, so I cannot. I basically had lost anyway. So I would like to say at some point that I survive a year of Shipwrecked without cheating. I cannot yet say that. In fact, I can't even really say that I survived a year of Shipwrecked with cheating. I think I've got it on this one, but the truth is, like, unless I put on like God mode, there are circumstances that will just catch me in a bad place, and there is nothing I can do but die. Because that game doesn't love you. Fuck. But I love it, though. What is it about punishment, Kyle?
It's probably some kind of trauma response. Anyways. In my case, my survival game.
Yes, tell me about RimWorld.
Everyone died right before stream.
Right before that's what you were doing.
That's what I was doing before stream. Everyone died.
Yeah. Codigan, we will play some Don't Starve together, but I absolutely need Kyle to play vanilla first.
Yeah.
On stream with me in Copilot.
So in RimWorld, you've got more than just your one character. You got a whole colony. In fact, there usually isn't a main character. I play sort of like assuming my first colonist is my main character and trying to keep them like if my first character dies, I tend to think of the run as lost. And so earlier today, I was binging the game because I'm sad, and basically a group of killer robots spawned in at the corner of the map, in a place where I wouldn't have to deal with them for a while, and they weren't gonna go active for quite a while anyway. So I was gonna let them sit, and I had a plan to deal with them and everything. And then a caravan I had sending out for trading things came back, right in the same corner, and triggered the robot hive. And I panicked, and I had everyone try and go and rescue them, and everyone died except my doctor, my cook, my main character, and one of the members of the caravan. I thought this would be enough. I managed to, drag the bleeding doctor and the bleeding cook back to base, and just as the bleeding stopped, my main character had a mental breakdown because of all of her friends who just died, and went and just murdered the doctor who she never liked.
Did you ever touch Darkest Dungeon?
I did. I liked it a lot, but I played it at like early release. I need to try it again now that it is finished.
I played it as much as I'll ever be able to, which was a lot, to be fair. But I would say that I didn't play it until I beat it. I played it until it beat me.
It's like Sans from Undertale.
It kinda is. It's I think the only reason I didn't stick with it, because it certainly loved the challenging, punishing, like that sort of thing. Like, I love very difficult games for some reason, and very grindy games. But I think it's also that, that particular type of dark, gothic, Cthulhu-esque aesthetic is only fun for me for so long. I like it a certain amount. And it's it wasn't the punishingness of it that knocked me out of it. It was that, I've had my fill of this aesthetic. I have enjoyed it the amount that I enjoy this.
It's kind of funny because, I can eat that aesthetic up, surprisingly. The thing that bounced me was, at the time I played it, there wasn't a win condition yet, and I didn't really know what I was working towards. They added that in very early on. It just was after I had my first binge of it. So I don't really go for early access games in most cases because of that, actually. And Darkest Dungeon is one of those games that you hear a lot of early access stories, and Darkest Dungeon is not one of those. It kept to its development schedule. It released updates regularly and when they said they would. It just I do think it fell victim for me in the whole you really only get one release sort of mind space.
Which is one of the blessings that the 6-month early release mechanism that is the Epic Game Store is excellent for me to just give a game an indie game a bunch of money and a chance to mature before it's actually released to me. Because I bought one thing ever on the Epic Game Store, and it was Samurai Showdown, and I fucking regret it because there weren't enough people playing the game, and it's just not good.
Oh no.
I actually am if I ever find anyone to play with, I will absolutely just buy the game again on Steam because fuck, a celebratory swoobat. I think I can do that.